Alright, so like a week or so ago, the Contrarians did a video where they took their least favorite song from every Zeppelin album to make a bad Zeppelin album. So I'm going to kind of steal their idea and do the same thing because I thought it would make a fun video I could do real quick. But I did want to give credit to them. This was not my idea. So yeah, I'm just going to take my least favorite song, or at least one song off of every Zeppelin album, to show like which is the song I least likely or want to listen to the least, and kind of make that into my bad Zeppelin album. So there's going to be 9 songs. Some of these I'll probably have more to say about than others, but might as well just get started. So the first one is off Zeppelin 1. I would pick You Shook Me. I don't know, of all the tracks on there, that one probably I just want to listen to the least. It kind of bores me a little bit. It's just like them doing their kind of slow blues thing, which I like what they did with that later on more than what they do here. I don't know, Zeppelin 1's not my favorite Zeppelin album. I kind of like the band more as they go along, and I think their later stuff is more interesting. But You Shook Me is just the one I would choose not to listen to of Zeppelin 1 if I had to pick one. The next one off Zeppelin 2, I have Moby Dick. I mean, I don't like hate it or anything, but it's a drum solo. I'd much rather listen to any of the other tracks on there. For the third album, I have Hats Off to Roy Harper. Just never really liked that song. Kind of lucky that it's on the end of it because it's easy to skip. Yeah, I'd much rather listen to any other song off that album than Hats Off for Roy Harper. That's like one of the only songs on this list that I would actually consider bad, because most of the stuff on here, like, I just had to pick something. Which kind of the fourth song, the song off Zeppelin 4, which is next, Four Sticks. I don't dislike that song or anything. If I had to pick a song off Zeppelin 4 that I'm not as into as the others, it would be that one. And like, I would have kind of thought that I would be more into this song now, because everything else on that album I've listened to death. Like, I'm sick of Zeppelin 4. I pretty much never listen to it anymore because I just over-listen to everything on there. Except for Four Sticks, really, but it's still just not my favorite thing and something that I don't like go back to that often. But I don't think it's bad or anything. Like, I think it's a good song. It's just not my favorite thing on there. Now, the fifth album, this is where this got like kind of impossible almost. House of the Holy, I really like everything on there, even the grunge. And I didn't pick the grunge because I think it's funny and I like what they're doing instrumentally. What I decided to go with is the Rain song, and I know some people are probably like, what? But I just, I don't know. To me, I mean, it's a beautiful song. It just gets a little boring in parts for me. I don't know. When I hear Zeppelin, I just don't want to really have like the slow ballad thing too much. I don't know. So yeah, Rain song is what I had to go with. Next off Physical Graffiti, I have the little guitar instrumental that is the Welsh word that I can't pronounce. At least I think it's Welsh. Yeah, Bronyar or whatever, that's usually how people here say it, which I'm sure is wrong. And I don't dislike that or anything. I love Jimmy's playing. I think it's really cool. But if I have to pick something off Physical Graffiti, it's just going to be that, because I love all the other songs. I know a lot of people pick Boogie with Stu on here. I love that song, just want to mention that. Like, a lot of people hate it. I think it's, I don't know, for me it might be like a top 10 Zeppelin song. I love Boogie with Stu. So yeah, Bronyar, or however the hell you say it, off of Physical Graffiti. Number 7 off of Presence, I picked Royal Orleans. And this was another one that was like next to impossible to pick a song off Presence. I like everything on there. For some reason, Royal Orleans has just always been, I've liked it just a little less than everything else on there, but I still think it's a great song, and really, almost wouldn't pick anything off that album. And next, off In Through the Outdoor, this was actually the hardest choice, believe it or not, for me of all these. I was just looking at the track listing of that album, and I'm like, I can't pick anything off this. I like everything on here, and wouldn't lose anything. But if I really, really had to pick something, I just went with All of My Love, and really that's probably because I've over-listened it a little bit. When I first got the album, I was really into that song, and I heard it on the radio a lot and stuff, so I probably picked that one just because I'm more tired of it than anything else off that album. And then finally off Coda, I would go with Wearing and Tearing. I don't know, something about that track, it just seems like it's kind of half-baked, not really all the way there. Like to my ears, it's like the worst thing on there, and I don't really love a lot of what's on Coda. So yeah, that's my list of the bad Zeppelin song, or the song I would pick as the worst Zeppelin song off every album. And like I said, a lot of those I don't consider bad, but I had to pick something, so.